welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to show you how you can make your own toe guard protectors for your skates using leather. See, my daughter got new skates and we had them on the first time yesterday. I want to make sure, because I scrub off really quickly here on the top, we want that not to happen. So a lot of people on the pier here are skating with toe guard protectors. And that's what we're going to do. So first thing what you need is different templates in the internet, and I just choose one of these. So you have to print it out in like slightly different sizes and test them on your skate. So I went with this template here and I tested that size, so you have to make sure they fit to your skate. That's what you need first. And you need leather, and then you need a handful of tools, which I'm gonna show you later how to use them. So the first thing would be to undo the brake. Once you undone the brake, you can check your template. So you fold this one in, you can fold that one side in, that flap here, and then you can mark it with a pen, so you can mark it later on to your leather too. For testing it out, just put some tape on it, I'm going to do the same on the bottom too. I just hold it, and then you can fit it and see if it actually gets to that point here. So you have to make sure you have enough length of that. Once you're kind of happy with the size, you undo your tape again and then transfer the template onto your leather. So what I figured out, roughly you need like 2 pieces of that in leather, so you need roughly a size A4 paper of leather, a little bit less. If you go somewhere shopping for something, it's kind of, that's the size you want, around 30 by 20 centimeters A1 paper, so you have just a little bit more room to play. Instead of buying new leather, you can as well maybe recycle an old boot leather, but then you want to make sure, scrape it a little bit like this one here and see what's the color underneath, if it's actually the color going through the leather like this one, or that side wouldn't be so good because this leather, that color doesn't go through. So you could as well recycle, if you have enough leather from a boot. You also could just recycle an old item or a handbag or something, depending on the color you want for your protector. Okay, now we're going to punch the poles with a punch hole tool. I have different sizes here to use with. You might have different tools at home. So I marked the spot where I want my eyelets to go through. And that's what I'm going to do first, the eyelets. Okay, what you do now, you check, because you have to put the second hole through that lever. It's first easier just to do one hole with my tool I have, and then you're gonna fold it similar to your template. Check where in your template your tops fall, kind of in the middle. and you want to check it on your skate as well. What I recommend just using some tape to tip it in place. Okay, I roughly have it like middle, so it's really black, so you can't really see it. And then just tape that part, and then you can check roughly if that's the fit, and make sure you have the bottom here. I can't see. That's where my hole comes into for the stopper. Okay, that fits kind of. And now you have to put the hole through this as well. So what I recommend using, move you back, kind of using the corner a little bit like this, using a tool. And then punch through again. Okay, you have two parts, and this one comes through the top bit. That's the nice side. This, and because now we have two levers here, you have to make sure you press it through nicely. That's two layers of lever. Place it here, then have your top flat part, the bottom flat part. Place it nicely. Then you have a special tool which comes in the eyelet kit. Package. And then use the hammer. Done. Now you repeat that on the other side here. And then I'm going to show you how to do these holes and the bottom holes, and then we just sew it together. And that's it. For the bottom hole I use one of the bigger holes to punch through. Place it at your mark. Okay, so now I'm using a different punch tool item, this one, because I'm going to sew just this piece, like the pieces together on the edges. Okay, so it's really easy. It's fixed here, so I'm just going off half a centimeter and do 5 holes along here, and the same 5 holes on that side. And then you just have to adjust the other side to your skates as well. See if it fits, and then the same thing, 4 holes here and on the other side. And then we just sew together. So I'm just going to show how to do that side, and then the other ones kind of are to follow the same way. So if you want, you could mark the spots where you want to sew or where you want to punch the holes. I'm just doing it randomly, like equally, 4 holes in here. And the same thing, you better do it on a corner like this, on a piece of wood underneath, because you don't want to put any holes into your table. So I start roughly 5 millimeters inwards. Just makes it easier to sew than trying to get the needle through it. Next one, 5 millimeters apart. And then I just have waxed string, which I use just to sew it. So you just don't need that much for one length. Cut it around whatever 20 centimeters. Okay, I'm not doing any fancy technique. Okay. Make sure you don't pull through the whole way. And I go back and then I make it just to make a knot. As tight as you can. And then you go back to the last hole you came out on the inside. So you can have continuous stitches. And my last hole. You can knot it the way you want. Make sure it's nice and tight. And then one side is done, and you do it with all the other four or the three sides left as well. Everything is sewn together. Now it's time to fit it onto your skates and put the shoelaces through here and just return them normally like here. And then the other step would be to actually put your brake back on. So that might be the most tricky part of it. Right, again your shoelaces. Okay, all done. Ready to go skating. Skates are nicely protected when you kind of brake and do your tricks.